Yo, it's your boy Chase back again with Motivating Your Life. Today we're going to talk about motivating toward that next new job. Basically, writing that resume, using companies to do searches like, for example, Monster.com, Career Builder, or some, and I think it's an Open Door or something like that. There's another one out there I've seen. But if you just Google job sites, you want to sign up and maybe put your resume on there, but you want to have your resume ready first. I always recommend having a cover letter. Basically, what you have to put in a cover letter is basically your contact information, your situations, information on why you deserve to have the job, your qualifications, and a closing to the job. After your interview, you want to already have that written up, so it's already in your resume. So when you're done, and your signature, of course. Things that companies look for is like any kind of skills, achievements, things that you've gathered over the years. You got to remember, I don't know how old you are. If you have no skills, maybe you could skip that section, but, maybe put skills I would like to learn at this job. There's always a way around it. Companies always look at stuff like that. But what you got to remember is also that you can't just, write an actual cover letter and not know what you're writing about, because basically they're going to like, oh, this guy just threw, or this girl just threw this together and doesn't even know what they're writing about. If you don't know what a cover letter is, you might be that person that writes a cover letter about your life, but that's not what the company's looking for. They're looking to know a little bit about you, why you want this job, and also what do you think you could achieve from this job. And also, you got to remember, we were talking in the last video about goals. Like, what are your goals? That's a good thing to put in the cover letter. In a resume, you basically, want to tell your name, your past job experience, your high school, your college, and achievements you've made with certifications. It might carry over the next job that, oh, wow, this guy already has this. We don't have to really train him on that. And also, we need to talk about references. References are a true key to getting that next job. If you have that employer, you're always on time, always do as best you can, they're going to play a nice outlook on getting the next job. Now, I'm not saying you have to be best friends with the person, but to say, hey, whoever your manager was, or co-manager, etc., hey, this guy's a hard worker. Would you, I'm going to be here for 2 more weeks. Would it be okay if I, put you down on a reference, because I'm looking for jobs? And most of the time they're going to say yes, but make sure you get the right contact number, because if you give them the wrong contact number, they're just going to have a name, nothing to go with. Typically, make sure you have the right person's name, phone number, where they work, just the name of the company, because, companies might want to outreach to that person. I'm not going to say they're going to, but, it's a good chance they might. Also, with writing a resume, you want to put objectives. What is your objective for for having this job? What do you want to learn? As say example, my objective for the first year would be to learn something I've never done. Then the next year you say, hey, this is my, I'm gonna next year, this is my objective for this year. But you're gonna tell your boss, listen, if I get this job, you're gonna ask me next year, what is my objective? And you got to be ready for that objective, because the thing is, it'll say, oh, you know what, this guy's got that, the guy or girl's got this drive to actually, move up and do different things. He looks serious, or she looks serious. And, I'm a positive outlook person. I've been in the job search, I'm just giving you insight on it. You also would like to maybe put, your address, maybe email address, because what if they say, hey, you know what, we got an offer letter for you, or maybe they got to send you, maybe you have to do a drug test. Hey, do you think you can send me the information of their address? It'll make you look more professional, because now everything is on the iPhones, the iPads. It's, everybody's got an email address, so it kind of makes it easier. You know what, I can't find that paper, but I know it's in my email address. It's gonna make you more responsible, saying, you know what, this guy's on it. He's guy or girl. Excuse me. But you got to remember, everything's technically inclined now. You probably pretty soon be able to flush a toilet with a phone. But that's off topic here. But back to writing, the resume. You want to make sure that you kind of describe a little about yourself, like your achievements that you've made, your high school, any kind of college degrees. Got to have that, of course. Probably already said that, but that's just, going back on it. And you also want to try to see if you have any kind of, maybe copies of achievements, maybe certificates where maybe you can include a few things. Say, you know what, I did this really well. Let me show them dependable. There's always that one thing that's different, and the company might look for and say, you know what, this person is different than this person. And then when they sit and think about who should we hire, I'm not saying they're going to hire you. Don't quote me on that, but you might be in the top 90%. Maybe you, Joe, and Julie, you're on the top. And the best thing is knowing that you tried. Writing that resume. Like I always tell people, use Google. Google, see how people write resumes. Don't use small words. At least know what the words you're using. Maybe look up in the dictionary. Everything's online also. Learn what that word is. So if they ask you when you use that word, you can probably identify it just by reading or learning that word, that you're going to say, you know what, decision. You're going to know what the decision means. You're going to, things. You got to be smarter than them. I've been there. You got to know how to play the game. Everything in life is kind of like a game. You got to know how to play it. Like when you're writing a resume, it's the same thing. You got to know how to write a resume. Just use those goals, the things I talked about, and if you have any questions for a great resume, I could maybe put some stuff up on the comment bar over there. But just try your best. Put what you want to do. Google things. Sign up for the Career Builder. Maybe sign up for, maybe a job searching agency and say, here's my resume. And I always tell people, hey, you see this little thing right here? It looks like a key as a slim drive. You should have your resume on one of these, because if you go to a job, you don't have to fill it out. You don't have to say, oh, let me go make a copy of my resume. You already have your resume right here. So you just pop it in their computer, they download it, you fill out your application. They probably, because everything's online now, you can just pop it in the computer, upload your resume. They already got it. I want to be honest with you, majority of people, when you go to apply for a job, they don't have a resume with them. They don't have it. And that's what companies look for. They want to see if you're professional. What kind, are you going to be a sloppy person or a neat person or in between? They're looking for that neat person. Not 100% neat, but they're looking for that neat person that's going to be responsible and kind of can, hold their own ground without having to be told over and over. You know what? They're going to tell you the first time. They're probably going to get pissed if you tell you the second time. But the third time, they're probably going to red flag you and say, oh, man, did we make a bad mistake with this person? Check it out. If you have to watch a video again, watch it again. But the thing is, don't give up on yourself. Write that great resume and always believe in yourself, because when you don't believe in yourself, that's when you're not motivating yourself. Motivate yourself today to write that resume. Any comments or anything, just put it in the bar right there. And you guys have a great day. This is a short video, kind of throwing it together. It's been on my mind all day about writing a resume. Just thought I'd just throw it up here. But if you have any comments, just put it on the bar. Y'all have a good day. Good luck on your resume.